What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We are back here at Thermal City, North Carolina gold mine. Let's get the girls with us. We're gonna do some dredging today. We got us a cabin. Let's take a look. They got their little panning station, their little dirt you can do. They have a little trommel over there. Creek's looking really good today, y'all. Creek's looking really good. Looks like we got a couple prospectors over there doing some work. Very cool, very cool. Hey. All right, we got our little cabin. We're set up. We got a little picnic table, a little fireplace. Good little spot on the river. We got straight access right next to the cabin from the river. Really cool little spot. We're right on the bend, so we might just jump in and start going right there in the middle, right there where they built this dam, and go behind and around some of these big rocks maybe. Looks like we got a couple big rocks over that way. We might dredge along over there in the big rocks. But we're gonna jump in and we'll get some more footage later. We got Mom with us today. We got the girls. We're gonna do a whole little weekend of digging some gold. Maybe we'll get on some emeralds this weekend too. Maybe we'll get some video, some extra footage of that. But the Thermal City Campground, man, this place is amazing. Awesome little cabins. They got RV hookups. They got tent spots. It's reasonably priced, really family friendly area. They got a little trommel you can run, a little high banker area you can run. It is 2026. Let's get that gold. Gold 2026, y'all. All right, what's up, everybody? Athena is gathering up some firewood for the fire tonight. We went to the store. We got a couple holes punched in. We've been finding some good pieces of gold. I just moved our location over. I'm gonna walk down there. We just did a cleanup. We've been finding some good, decent gold. Forgot the cleanup sluice. We're gonna go ahead and start back up. We got a new little hole punched in over here in the big rocks. We were working over here. We punched a nice little hole over here. We were getting some good, consistent gold. And then it stopped on us. So we're gonna continue on over here. We're gonna start this thing back up. Let y'all get a little view of the action. We gotta fill it up. All right, let me fill it up and we'll be right back. All right, we got it filled up. We got it running, cleaned out. We're gonna go back over here to our hole. Right, took a little break. Look at this. We hit bedrock. We had a nice little layer of bedrock in our hole. And it's old. decaying bedrock. As you can see the color difference there. So we're just following the bedrock along in the creek. We took a little break before it gets dark. We're gonna run a little bit more. We're getting a good, consistent, lot of red garnets in there. We might do a cleanup real quick. I was just taking a look at it. Might do a quick cleanup. We're gonna continue on at the dredge. This is day 1 of 2026, Thermal City. We'll continue on with day 2 tomorrow. Hey, Alina.
Hi. We'll give you an update soon.
Yep, we'll give more updates soon. We moved from the far side of the creek to the inside bend in the creek, so maybe we've been getting some pretty consistent gold. We'll try to get some of that on video. We'll try to get some of the cleanup on video.
Yeah.
Just all around, been amazing, great family fun. Thermal City, North Carolina, Golden Gem Mine. What a great place to spend a weekend or a birthday or just even a week would be great here.
It's your birthday
But
today.
we'll continue on. This is day 1 of the 2026 Chunky Gold. What's up, everybody? I'm super excited. We got our first picker in there. I'm not sure if you can see it, but we got our first picker. I'll do a cleanup later. We got our first picker, y'all. That's awesome. Check it out. You see the different coloration there? That's decaying bedrock. So we punched a hole all the way down to the bedrock. We did a cleanup. Our last cleanup before dinner. And we had a sweet little picker. First picker, y'all. Thermal City. We got that chunky 2026 Chunky Gold.
This is another.
We ate. I got some firewood. We got our fire going for the night. And to day 1, 2026 Thermal City. Yes, we're going to get back in there tomorrow. Continue following along that bedrock. Maybe we'll find a nice nugget. Let's hope for a nugget, y'all. Heavy pans. All right, day 2 of Thermal City. 7:30 in the morning. We got our dredge still out there. We're waiting for some daylight to come out. Hopefully the sun comes up. It's about 7:30. I think I'll wait till about 8 o'clock to fire up the dredge. So that way I'm not bothering everybody who's sleeping. Everybody's still sleeping. All right, day 2. Here we go. Let's find some more gold, y'all. All right, day 2. We just ran out of gas. We got some good build up in there. We've been continuing along on our bedrock. We punched it another 2 feet over. We're gonna fill up some gas and continue on. Drink a cup of coffee real quick. It's still early. I don't think anybody's gotten up. We're the first ones out on the river at 7:30 a.m. Yes, sir. You want that chunky gold? You got to get in there. We'll continue on later. All right. Had to get out of the river for a minute because it's freezing. We hit a nice chunk of bedrock right there. Big old lip in the bedrock, and that one is not decaying yet, so we've been working around that a little bit. I still have to do a cleanup from around it. See, we gotta do a cleanup, but gonna drink a cup of coffee. We'll do a cleanup, and then we'll see what we get around that big chunk. Maybe I can get it pulled out of the river here, but we'll see. We'll try to pull it up. What's up? We're back at it. Got the girls over there in the creek. We got a nice hole punched in. We're doing damn good. All right, day 3, Thermal City. We punched a big hole in, y'all, big old hole in the ground. Maybe about all that bedrock. We had a collapse on the other side over there, it looks like. Fell in and filled in our hole a little bit. We pulled up the dredge to the side. We pulled up some big rocks. That big rock out of the ground. That big piece of bedrock there. All the little rocks. Pulled up some other good stuff. We got a full bucket of concentrates to take home because I didn't bring up my cleanup sluice today. So we're going to take that home and do a cleanup. We'll add it into the video. Hopefully we got some good amount of gold. We'll pull up a video. We'll do a cleanup video to add into the video as well. But day 3, Thermal City, 8 a.m. Beautiful, lovely day. We're gonna start packing it up. I think Johnny might get back in the river to get him a little bit of gold today, but we shall see. We're gonna go buy Athena her own gold pen. We might do a little bit of gold prospecting. You can see the layers in the damn dirt. You can see it over there. The lady up there at the store said the fault lines run this way in the river. So if you can find any of the fault lines, I know Johnny found a good fault line over there yesterday at the high banking area where the quartz runs through and under the river. If you can find that, you can find where the gold gets shed off of into the river. The gold sheds from the fault lines, the quartz fault lines in the river, and that's what replenishes it every year. If you can find you a good fault line, you can do really well here. Best thing here is dredging. They do offer high banking. You can buy dirt. You can bring your own high banker. They do offer high banking over there. They have a couple little trommels you can rent. You can buy dirt to run through those. But me, I like digging myself. There's all our tailings. There's our tailings tail from all our tailings we dug. That's our pile of rock there. We got another little pile of rock there. It's our little tailings pile from our hole. All in all, absolutely love this place. Highly recommend. Get yourself a little tent, a little cabin, a dredge, a high banker, a sluice box. You can find you some gold out here. Gold's still out there, and it's still there to find. You just got to put in the work. Alright, we made it home. We're starting our cleanup on our concentrates. Got a nice flow going on in there. We see some dancing going on. So we'll give an update on our total amount, see what we got. Alright, we got everything ran. Bucket's empty. We did clean out our catch pen. This is what we have left to run in the miller table. We got a little bit of gold left to run in the miller table. We cleared everything out. We've been collecting some garnets and stuff over here. We got a couple little lead shot, a couple little pellets. Alright, yeah, y'all are like enough with the bull. Let's get to the good stuff. Here we go. We got some chunky stuff there. There's our first little picker right there on the side. We got some other little chunkies in there. Here's finger for comparison size. Not bad. Not too bad. Like I said, we still gotta run it. We gotta run our other stuff through the miller table to catch all that super fine stuff. We'll run that through the miller table to catch all our super fine stuff. And I'm gonna run the bucket one more time. I classified everything down that we caught through our sluice. Took all the rocks out of it. Checked it for garnets. We've been collecting some garnets over there. We're going to run it one more time. We're going to run that through our miller table. And we'll see what a total is. We'll get everything weighed up after we run everything through the miller table. And then we'll get everything weighed up. And we'll get a total from our 2026 Thermal City adventure. Alright, we did a second run on all of our concentrates through the sluice box. We ran it through our miller table. and there was absolutely no specks of gold in the second run of concentrates. So now we're gonna run our first run of concentrates through the Miller table and see what we missed when we were panning it out, and then we'll get a total weight. All right, everything's ran. Got it ran through. We got it ran on the Miller table. Nothing left on there. Oh, a little speck right there. A couple little tiny specks we'll have to get over there. But panning, I think we got most of it. We were panning. We're gonna go ahead and dry this out, weigh it up, and see what we got for a total. All right, we got everything dried up, cleaned up. We're gonna go ahead and weigh it up and see what we got. .165. Damn. Thing won't catch it. There we go. 0.165 of a gram. That's how much we got. I can't focus in on it. Some of it looks like it has mercury on it, but 0.165 of a gram. It's not as much as I was hoping for, but it was a fun trip. We got some good chunky little gold from Thermal City. Not bad, and we found our first little picker. So that's pretty cool. We can see it in there. Pretty cool. 0.165.